if I'm doing this correctly, there are people who are hopefully watching what we're doing. Welcome. I'm Shijia Jackie, and I'm here at Wulin Institute, and we're in Glen Burnie, Maryland. So if you're like all of us, thanks to COVID-19, you're getting a chance to re-examine your decorating choices at home. So to give you something else to do and to help my students train, I decided I would do some live video. And today we're going to do it on Tai Chi basic building blocks. For those of you that don't know me, I have been doing Yang style for almost 30 years, and I've also been teaching it formally since 1999. Students I'm referring to are, I have a whole group of advanced and beginner students. I have students here at the school. I have students in other places. This is to keep you guys working. At the same time, any of you who have just tuned in to see what this is all about, welcome. Some of you may be able to do this. Some of you may find that it's a little bit more difficult. If you're chair bound, well, you can always do the arms. So let's go ahead and get started. I will tell you, this is my first time live in front of a camera, so I hope you will bear with me and be kind. I will be checking any of the comments at the bottom when we finish, and I will answer your questions in the comments. Looks like Janet is watching. Hello, Janet. For those of you that are not familiar with Tai Chi, what will you need this morning? You're going to need comfortable clothing and comfortable shoes. Yeah, you'll need a space about 3 by 5. Today we're not going to be moving around the room a lot. What we're going to work on, as I said earlier, is basic building blocks. This means standing meditation, a front stance, left and right, hold the ball, left and right, and I'm going to try and get also to the opening that is often used for the Beijing 24 standardized form, the traditional 88 as taught by Master Anthony Go, and the simplified 8/10 form. These are all forms that I teach in my other classes. So let's get started. We always start Tai Chi with warm-up. So first warm-up we're going to do, and I'm going to move back so that you can see my feet. And now I'm way back here, feet. We're going to take our hands, we're going to lace our fingers, and we're going to rotate our wrists. At the same time, you're going to take one of your feet and you're going to rotate the ankle. It is always important to warm up before you do your Tai Chi. Kind of wakes the body up. Go ahead and reverse the circle. And we're going to switch feet. Keep rotating those wrists. And reverse the circle. Good. Okay, the next piece, we sort of move down through the body. We're going to be doing our knees. So hands are just lightly on the kneecaps. And we're going to just make little circles with the kneecaps. Does not matter which direction you go in. And then reverse the circle. I usually do about 4 or 5 rotations in each direction. Just trying to wake up my knees. When you come up to our next piece, we're going to do our lower spine. So if my waist is here, what I'm working on moving is everything below my waist. So I want to keep my upper body, this section, in one place. And I'm going to rotate underneath my hands, just my lower body. Try and keep your knees nice and loose. And we're going to go in the other direction. Again, about 2 or 3, maybe 5 max. Each direction is fine for starters. We normally do some silk reeling here. I'm going to leave that for a minute. So we're going to go straight to our upper body. Now, you did below, Now we're going to do above the wings. So we want to move the upper body. And again, reverse the direction. So you have about 5 rotations, give or take. Hands on our shoulders. This also, like the trunk and waist, we're going to do in 2 different directions, and we're going to focus on 2 different parts. So we're going to do our forward rotations of the shoulder, and you want to try and get it as far forward as you can. Stretch that back shoulder section out. And one more. And now we're going to reverse it, and you want to try to stretch out the front section. This is really good for your thoracic region. Good. Next thing we're going to do is our neck. Now, what I'd like you to do is you're standing looking forward, and you're going to turn to your left. In my case, that's in that direction. And I'm going to turn as far as I can, and I'm going to tip my head and look down at the floor. My shoulders will stay level. So I'm going to turn my head as far as I can, tip my head, and look down at the floor. What I'm trying to do is stretch this section of my neck. And just let it sit there for a minute, gently stretching and gently breathing. And I'm going to lift my head back up and turn so I'm looking forward again. And I'm going to turn to the right. Same thing. Just keep my shoulders square and look down at the floor. Again, we're just trying to stretch gently along the opposite side. And tip my head up and look back toward my center. I'm going to move forward a little so you can see when I do my half. So right now what I've done is I just looked directly to the sides. Next stretch for my neck, I'm going to try and look 45 degrees or halfway between forward and my side. So I'm going to turn my head 45 to the left or halfway. I'm going to tip my neck, my chin, and look down. And this time I'm stretching along here. It's a little bit further back than where the first one was. Again, just breathe gently. Head up, look to center, and we're going to do the same thing in the opposite direction. Again, if this is center, this is my side, I'm going about 45 or halfway. Tip my chin and look down. We're stretching right along here. And we tip the head up and look to our center. And for our last piece of the neck, we're just going to tip the head and look straight down. Remember, all you're bending is the neck. The shoulders stay where they were. So we just tip our head and look straight down. Keep your breathing nice and gentle. And pick your head up. Good. All right. Now, as I said earlier when we did the trunk, I usually have one in the middle there that I kind of left out just for the moment. So we're going to go over that one now. And we're going to do the one that we tend to do for the beginner class, which is a little bit more simplified than what I do for my advanced students. My advanced students can feel free to do the one we do in class. And yes, I know who you are. So we're going to stand with our feet just about shoulder width. And let me move back so you can see. So feet, about shoulder width. Note, I have a small space between them. I'm going to relax my knees so they're nice and springy. I'm going to take my hands, my shoulders and elbows are down, and my hands are sitting right out flat. See? Right out flat. They're going to stay there. All the movement of my hands is going to be in my body. I'm going to shift my weight to the right. In my case, it was that way. Now I'm going to turn to the right. And I'm going to turn just to the corner, which means I'm halfway between facing you and facing my wall over here. I'm going to shift my weight to my left foot. Now I'm going to turn the same distance backwards, but toward my left corner. And I shift to my right foot. And I turn. And I shift. This is an exercise known as monk grinds corn. Turn and shift. Keep those knees nice and loose. Let your weight slide. And back. And turn. And back. And turn. And back. And turn. Relax your fingers. And back. Turn. And back. Our right's on the right. We're facing left. We're going to reverse it. So we're going to shift all of our weight to the left. Now we're going to turn to the right. And shift. And turn. And shift. And turn. And shift. Turn. Shift. Turn. Shift. Turn. Shift. Turn. And shift. Bring your foot in and drop your hands. That ends our warm-ups. So for now you should get blood flowing a little bit and feel pretty good about it. So that gets us up to what we're going to discuss today. And today, as I said, was the basic building blocks. These are the pieces that I found over my years of doing Tai Chi. Tend to be very similar across forms, and they're used a lot. So it's always nice to know them. And practicing basics is something I've heard masters repeat many, many times. One should always practice your basics. You can never get enough practice in on those. The first one we're going to do is standing meditation. Now, standing meditation is also known by some people as standing post because you're standing like a post, which means you're supposed to be still. To go over the body position, we're going to start again with our feet about shoulder width. So, feet are there, shoulders are here. I'm going to relax my knees. I'm also going to relax this section of my back. Here to here. Just relax it. I'm going to bring my arms up. Now, I don't use my shoulders and my back to do it. I just lift them. It's as if my wrists are on strings. My elbows are down. But if necessary, I could hold a tennis ball here under my arm. My fingers face each other, but they're not touching. I have at least an inch between them. So I want them, no more than 3 or 4, but definitely no less than 1 inch. I'm going to relax my neck and my shoulders. And I'm going to breathe. And my breath is going to be nice, slow count in, all the way to the bottom of my lungs. Nice in And then I'm going to exhale the same slow count out. And just relax when you exhale. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again. In. And out. In. And out. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your calves. Relax your butt. Buns of Steel is a different class. Now, if you've just joined us, you should try to hold this for about 2 minutes. If you're in my beginner class, you should be holding it for at least 3 to 4. And if you're one of my advanced students, this is our standard standing meditation. You should be able to do this for 5. Keep your breathing nice and even. Keep those knees bent. Okay, that was give or take about 2 minutes. So, should be pretty warmed up by now. Standing meditation can be done just about any place you can stand. And you can always split it in half. By splitting it in half, what I mean is you can hold the bottom position any place you have to stand in line. In the top position, think about all the things you do. Hands are relaxed. Note my shoulders are down. My elbows are down. I'm not sitting here like this, all full of tension. You get the tension, you take a nice inhale, roll those shoulders back and down, and relax. I know the lower part of standing meditation. My husband's been doing for almost 30 years. Anytime he has to shave or brush his teeth, you'll see him in there. Knees are relaxed, back is straight, and he's sunk down a little bit. Like I said, anytime you gotta stand for a period of time, just drop into standing meditation. Get good enough at it and it'll become reflex. Next thing I wanted to go over this morning was front stance. We don't often discuss front stance in Tai Chi, but it's sort of hidden in a lot of the things that we do. Especially if you're familiar with it, my advanced class, you'll find it a lot in grass sparrow's tail. It's also found in the middle of just about most of the walks that we'll end up doing. So, I have to move back so you can see my feet again. Feet. Front stance, we're going to start out here. I'm going to turn so I'm facing 45 degrees to my right. I'm going to relax my knees. Same relaxation we used for the standing meditation. I'm going to shift all my weight to my right leg. I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to put it out in front of me. The toes of my left leg are facing forward. I'm going to shift my weight forward. I have bent my knee. I will do this to the side in a moment. So I have at least 70% of my weight on the front. My back knee is in the same direction as my right foot. So it's facing off at a slight angle. And you want to relax so that most of the weight stays in the front foot. There should be space between your feet. So if I do this to the side, I start out, I'm going to face to an angle, so I'm going to be stepping out toward the wall. Weights in my right leg, and I'm going to step out. I have to step over the wall there, and shift. My left foot is facing forward. My hips are facing forward, so are my shoulders. My right knee is facing over my right toes. And again, I should have at least a little bit of space between my feet. If we turn to the opposite side, so I'm facing there. Weight is this time in my left foot. I'm going to step out with my right. I take my right foot, step out, it's facing the wall, shift, turn my hip. I'm now facing the wall, shoulders and hips. Left leg is facing my corner. 70% of my weight is in my right leg, about 30 in my left leg. If I step out with my left foot, same position, but I start out facing 45 to my right because I'm going to step out again facing the same wall. Left foot steps out, shift. Weight is in the left, the right is kind of loose. Make sure they're both relaxed, knees are slightly bent. I showed you initially facing forward. I stepped out with my left foot. This time, I'm going to step out with my right foot. So I'm facing my right side. Relax. Right foot goes out, it's facing forward. Shift. So you can see here, again, my hips and my shoulders are facing straight. My left foot is facing off to the corner. My right foot is facing you. We shift back, bring the foot in. Relax the knees, weights on the left, put the foot out. Here you can see the space between my feet. I shift forward. I need to make sure that the foot that's in front, the toes are facing forward. And sit back and bring your foot in. We'll turn to the right. We're going to do it on the other side. Relax. Weights in the right leg. Step out with the left. Then shift your weight. Left foot is forward. Right foot is facing the corner. Shift back. Bring my foot in. And again, relax the knees, relax the back. Body should be upright, same position we had for standing meditation. Weights on the right, step out with the left, and shift. Make sure you turn the hip so you're facing forward. Shift back, and bring your foot in. If you have questions on any of this, please put them in the comments. There's only me here, and like I said to some of you before, this is the first time I've done this, so I'm not that multi-talented yet to handle the comments and the video at the same time. Next piece I wanted to go over is what we call hold the ball. Hold the ball is a signature move of Yang style. Yang is known for the large size of the ball that is held. In Yang style, you will see the ball is roughly 12 inches in diameter. Fingers point in the opposite directions. And I'm going to move closer so you can see it a little bit better. So we're sitting here. Note, this is the center line of my body, the buttons down my shirt. Fingers point in the opposite direction. Now, if you look here, you'll see I could be holding a ball, round. So I don't want it resting on my chest. I hold it just about so it's centered on my body. It's also centered on my chest, meaning I'm not holding it way up here, and I'm not holding it way down here. It's right here in the middle. Shoulders stay down, just like they did in standing meditation. Nice and relaxed. And we turn to the front. Now, if you're going to turn a ball over, we bring our hands to the ball's equator, fingers point forward. And then we reverse the poles, and the fingers point in the opposite direction. Forward, opposite direction. And from the left side, my left side, it would look like this. Forward, see fingers are pointing front, and opposite direction. And you try to keep the palms one over the other. So if we go back, forward, and now opposite direction. And from the right, my right, it looks like this. Opposite direction. And note I keep the ball away from me while I do this. I'm not letting it rest on my body. Now, we've turned it over, and that's the hands. What are the feet doing while we're holding the ball? Come back here so you can see my feet. Feet. We start out 45 degrees to the right. And we're holding the ball. And in this case, the ball is in my left hand. My weight is on the right foot. The right hand is on the top of the ball. We're not going to be walking just yet. We're just going to turn the ball over for those of you that know walking. So I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to turn my body and my foot to face 45 to the left. Just shift my weight and I'm going to turn the ball. Bring my right foot up. The ball is in the opposite direction. So I'm holding the ball on the left. This means my left hand is on the top of the ball, my right hand is on the bottom of the ball, and my weight is in my left foot. So back to the right again. We're facing the right corner. Ball is in left hand, right hand on top, weight's in the right foot. Turn to my left. I turn it over. Weight's now in the left foot. Left hand is on the top of the ball, right hand is on the bottom. And let's go back to the right. Turn to the right, weight's in the right foot. Right hand is on top, left hand is on bottom. And to front. And just for clarification, if I wiggle my fingers, that's not part of the form. That's just so you can tell that this is my right hand and this is my left hand. Okay, again, if you have any questions on it, please put them in the comments and I'll get to it when we're done. We've gone over standing meditation. We've gone over front stance, left and right. We've gone over hold the ball. You can do a front stance or a hold the ball as your standing meditation, as well as the standing pose position. Any of these are good positions in order to learn to relax into what you're doing and kind of let the tension out of your body. What I'd like to do next is what we call opening. Opening is the first move of the form. This has been used in every form of yang I've ever done. It's even a form of it is also used when you do the sword form. And yes, Tai Chi has weapons. That's further down the road of your journey. So what I'd like to do is we'll show you an opening and then I'm going to break it down and we'll go over the different pieces. So I start out feet together. Relax my hands, relax all of me. Knees are nice and flexed. And I take a nice breath and don't worry about anything. It looks like this. as my husband likes to say, piece of cake. So, first thing we want to go over. As I said, our initial position. Feet are facing forward. Please don't step on your own shoelaces or shoes. It makes Tai Chi very difficult if you do. Relax your knees, relax your back, relax your shoulders. Nice big breath in, and nice breath out. And relax. We're going to shift our weight to the right foot. And we're going to pick up the left foot like we're pulling it up out of the mud. And we're going to set it down on some eggshells next to us. And we're going to center our weight. By centering our weight, that means I have equal weight in both feet. Some of you may have heard you never do this in Tai Chi. In Yang style, you only do it in transition or opening and closing. So let's do that piece again, and I'm going to move over just a little bit. So relax the knees, relax everything. Nice breath in and out. Now, as you're out, just settle your weight into your right foot. Pick that left foot up as if it came out of the mud and set it down on the eggshells. And center your weight. Relax. Let's do that again. From here. And relax, nice breath. And left foot up. It's coming up out of mud. You're going to set it down on eggshells and center your weight. This is just the feet. We'll do the hands in a moment. And let's do that once more. Just relax. Nice breath. And pick up that foot. Set it down on the side. Don't want to break the eggs. And shift. All right, so we're sitting here. Next piece, we're going to raise our arms. We're just going to take them to shoulder height, but our shoulders and elbows are going to stay down and relaxed. It's like strings attached to the wrist. So you're just going to lift it up. You're going to do a nice inhale when you lift it up. And we're going to settle them down to your waist. Just to there. Note I relaxed my wrists, but I didn't flash my palms. So you can't see my hands like that. They're just sitting here. So let's do just the arms again. We're still in this wider stance. Going to lift the hands all the way to the shoulders. Nice inhale and a nice exhale. Hands drop down to your waist or your belt height. And once more. Nice inhale and exhale. So let's tie those two pieces together. We're here. Nice breath and let it out and relax. Weights on the right. Left foot up and to the side. And center. And arms up and down. And let's do that once more. And relax. Weights in the right leg. Left foot up to the side. Center. Arms up and down. So we're in this position. Next position, we're going to move ourselves into holding the ball. But we're going to do it so we end up facing to our corner, 45 degrees. So relax your arms. We're going to do feet first. So our feet are facing straight ahead. Our weight is in the center. This is where we left off. So we're going to shift to our left foot. You're going to pick up your right heel. The toe is still on the ground. and you're going to turn to your left corner. You're going to put your heel down, and you're going to shift your weight. You're going to pick up your left foot and bring it in. So now your whole body is facing the corner. We'll do the hands in a moment. So we're back to here. So we're facing forward, shift, pick up the heel, turn, put the heel down, shift to the right, finish the turn by bringing the left foot in. Shoulders, hips, knees, everything is facing 45 degrees to my left. And let's do that again. We're starting the position we left off in, feet are pointing straight ahead. We shift to our left, pick the foot up, turn, shift to our right, bring the foot in, and settle. So, there are hands that go with that. I know, I can hear some of you going, oh no, we've got hands. Yes, you have hands. So, we started out here. Feet were pointing straight ahead, hands are sitting at about our belt or waist height. We shift to our left, hands didn't do anything. When we turn, the hands are going to start to form the ball. By the time I get my foot turned and my body turned, I've got my ball. Shift my weight to the right, bring my foot in, and relax. So we'll do that again. From here, I shift left, pick up my foot, hands haven't done anything, they're just coming along for the ride. I turn to my corner, make my ball. Shift, bring my foot in, and I'm facing my corner. And again, shift, turn, make your ball, shift to your right, bring your left foot in. So, let's put the whole piece together. We start out, feet are together, facing forward. Sorry, elastic in the bottom of these pants, I'm not used to it. And relax the knees, relax the back, shoulders, fingers. Nice inhale. And exhale. Weights on the right. Left foot up. Out to the side. Shift your weight. And settle. Arms up. And down. Shift to our left, turn, make your ball, shift to our right, and bring your foot in. Opening. So, do it again. And relax. Weights on the right. Step to the side. And center. Arms up and down. Shift. Turn to your left. Don't forget your right heel up and turned. Hold your ball. Shift and bring your foot in. And let's do it once, and I'm not going to walk you through it. So, and nice breath, begin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn to the side and I'm going to do it again, from my left side, and then I'll turn to my right side and I'll do it also again. That way you can see what it looks like from different angles. So, excuse me, if I start out and I'm facing to the wall, I'm going to relax, shift to my right, left foot out of the mud, down on the eggshells, arms come up and down. I shift to my left, turn 45, shift to my right, bring my foot in, and I'm holding my ball. And if I do it facing the other way, so you can see the other side, same thing. Nice breath to relax. Weights on the right, left foot up to the side, and shift. Arms up and down. Shift left, turn, so I'm holding my ball, shift right, and bring my foot in. And that's opening. Again, if you have any questions about it, please put them in the comments, and when I've finished, I will go through the comments and answer any questions. That's pretty much what I had for today. I'd like to review really quickly the pieces we went over. We started with standing post or standing meditation. Feet are about shoulder width. Relax the knees, relax your back, your shoulders, and then the arms come up, shoulders and elbows are down, but you want a little space under your arms. The fingers point toward each other, but they don't touch. Then relax and breathe. Nice, deep, slow breaths. Say a count of 4 or 5 in, and a count of 4 or 5 out. The next thing we had done was we'd done some front stance work. And front stance, I told you, is kind of hidden. It's not often gone over on its own. And that's the one we start out 45 to the right, weights on the right. We put our left foot out, faces forward, and we're going to shift our weight. This position here, right foot is facing the corner, left foot is facing forward, would be a left front stance. If I started in the other direction, so I'm facing 45 to my left, relax my knees, put my weight in the left, put out my right foot. Again, leave space between your feet. Shift my weight forward, waist forward, hips forward, shoulders forward. Left foot faces my corner. Right foot and toes face you. This is a right front stance. You want to keep the knees relaxed and the hips relaxed. Hold the ball. We were 45 degrees to the right. We had our ball about 12 inches in diameter. Left hand, right hand. So the right hand's on top, left hand's on bottom. Relax those knees, don't let them lock up. If I turn it over and I turn to my left corner, halfway through my fingers will face forward. Turn. Now I'm facing the left corner, weights in the left foot. Left hand is on top of the ball, right hand is on the bottom of the ball. And it is important that the ball be about 12 inches in diameter. There are other styles of Tai Chi than Yang. If you do Wu Hao, it's a little bitty ball. See? Itty bitty. I mean, itty. If you do Wu, my mother does Wu, the ball's like this. I mean, tiny. Yang style, big ball. Now the last thing we did was opening. And let's do that just once more. We relax. Nice breath to begin. Weights on the right leg. Left foot out of the mud. Down on the eggshells. Center. Arms up. And down. We shift to the left. You're going to pick up the right heel, turn, make your ball. Left hand on bottom, right hand on top. Shift to your right, bring your left foot in. And left foot's just sitting here, the weight's in the right. So the right hand's on top of the ball, the left hand's on the bottom. And that was what I had for today. Like I said, I will check comments in a few as soon as I get this saved off, and I am going to do my best to save it off and see that we can get it published on the Wulin webpage, and I believe we also have a Wulin YouTube channel, so I'll ask our tech guy to get it up there. I will try to answer your comments as soon as I can get to them, a little earlier this afternoon. I plan to do this again on Thursday at 11, just like I did today. I hope you enjoyed it enough to join me again. Next time, we're going to start looking at some Tai Chi walking. I thank you.